Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to first welcome you and thank you guys for coming. Today's an important day for us here in Schenectady. Over a year ago, we had set out with a vision of revitalizing our facilities, looking at what we can do to enhance the experience for our kids, for our youth, and ultimately for our community here in Schenectady. And before I get into more of my remarks, let me just thank a bunch of individuals who are here, who have all played an important role in this work. First, members of my executive team. There's some out behind you. There's some up here. I thank them for supporting their boss's crazy vision. Sometimes they keep me grounded, but they definitely execute on the ideas. Special thanks to our CFO, who is, I want to point him out because he is a Schenectady graduate, a Mont Pleasant graduate. This is really personal for him. So Terry Galuli, Terry, come on up here. You got to be up here, buddy. Terry Galuli's a Mount Pleasant grad, 90-something, we won't say what, 89. But this is personal for him because he played on this field, and you'll hear from a couple of our speakers today the significance of this. I also want to thank our partners that help execute on the vision and the work that we're doing here. We have our architects from SEI. I just want to thank them. SEI is to my left here. We have LeChase and we have Jacobs. I think I saw Tom. Where's Tom? Tom. Our construction managers, our project managers for this work. So they have helped put this together and make this possible in really a short window of time. I also want to thank my Board of Education. You'll hear more from my Board President, Bernice Rivera, and Amanda, I believe, is also here from the board, and Board Member Jamaica Miles is here. So I want to thank them because they're the engine that make me go, that give me the permission to pursue some of the things. And they are the metric of the community. So if they don't approve it, it doesn't happen, which means the community doesn't approve it. So I want to thank the board members on this piece. Next, I just want to also thank the community. This doesn't happen without voter approval and support. And so the whole Schenectady Revitalization Project, which we had over 70% of the community vote and support, a $300 million capital project, this is a component to that process. This kicks us off to the larger projects that will start happening in our school buildings. We'll be starting with Van Corlear, our Steinmetz campus, and we'll start to revitalize our campuses to also mirror the work that we're doing in the classroom around instructional improvements. We want our kids to feel good. We want them to be in spaces that look good so that they can focus all of their attention on teaching and learning. We also know the role that what athletics and sports plays in the lives of our kids. And the hope is that we're going to create a seminal piece here at Mount Pleasant. And if you know anything about Schenectady, you know the value of the Mount Pleasant community. I learned it really quickly when I got here in 2021. This is a significant community that sometimes is often overlooked. And it was a priority for me to kind of change that narrative. It's a beautiful building, an amazing campus, and we want the facilities behind it to match it, to not only support our kids, but to support the community as a whole. And so I will close us with some comments, but I'm going to hand this over. Again, I want to introduce my boss. I call her a lot of great names, but she keeps me honest and she keeps me in focus in the work. And that's our board president to give some remarks and some comments, Bernice Rivera.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an exciting day. I do want to say first, thank you, and it's always a pleasure to see community members and staff at these joyful events. As a community and board member and mother of two Schenectady alumni and former Mont Pleasant Middle School teacher, this groundbreaking is extremely exciting to me and very personal. The Mount Pleasant Field groundbreaking symbolizes progression in our vision, mission, and partnership with various stakeholders, including the community. This is a day that represents our commitment to provide our young people and community with a beautiful athletic space that is accessible, efficient, and functional to support a multitude of opportunities throughout our students' educational journey, which includes a well-rounded athletic experience. Thank you to all of those who have been involved with this work, including the community, and as Superintendent Soler had mentioned, for approving the 2023-24 budget, making this vision come to fruition. We couldn't have done it without your support. And on behalf of the Board of Education, we thank you very, very much. And again, we're very excited. Thank you so much.
Next up, I will have a key partner in this work. He's been a good colleague of mine since I arrived here in Schenectady. He has initiated a renaissance here in the city of Schenectady. We're hoping to piggyback off of this renaissance with the work that we're doing here in Mount Pleasant, and that's our mayor, Mayor McCarthy.
Thank you. What a great day for Schenectady, and clearly a great day for the Mount Pleasant campus. I want to thank the Board of Education, the leadership that the superintendent has provided. You talk about that $300 million investment. It is a huge number. It's a transformational investment in this community. But it's a significant investment in our future. This school district has a tremendous student body. There is so much raw talent here, so much potential. And when I see these kids, I see the smiles on their faces, the energy that they have. You just know they're going to do good things. But we want to make sure that we have the resources, the structure, and the environment that allows them to exceed and excel in whatever they may choose to do in life. And so this investment that we're doing the groundbreaking on, and I want to thank the construction crew, because I was worried, the superintendent told me I was going to have to do some shoveling here. Got up here, got all that dirt moved so we can all look good. But it's that future with the kids, and this is going to add an element of pride that they're going to have to be able to go out here on a first-class facility, not only in this particular project, but where we're investing in parks, we're investing in other things throughout the city, in other upgrades that are going to happen within the district. It again takes the history of the Schenectady School District and continues that to move forward, so that I know that the kids are going to do great things. The Board of Education is going to continue to lead that. The superintendent and the team here are going to make us all proud, and I'm just thankful to be able to support you in some small way.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day and stay safe.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, another individual who I met coming into the community. He has roots here in Schenectady. I thought it was extremely important that you hear his voice as well. He represents this area from the county perspective, and that's Omar McGill, County Legislator.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What a momentous occasion this is. This is a wonderful undertaking that the school district is doing. So I want to first congratulate our superintendent, our Board of Education, and I want to congratulate the city of Schenectady and its people for voting this through. This capital improvement plan that the school district came up with was a great thing for our students, for our staff who work very, very hard to make sure our young people are successful, for the Schenectady City School District families who make sure their students want to be successful. So when I was growing up, I know if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you play good, right? So we want to make sure that we have those resources so we can make sure that our students are able to succeed and be prosperous. I also want to say this field has a lot of history, a lot of history here in Schenectady, a lot of great athletes in many different sports I've played. I know my mother, who's here, she ran track here. She actually is a Mount Pleasant grad. A couple of my uncles. Also in football, there was a lot of great accomplishments. I actually played football here under the great Mr. Rose and the Belmont Pop Water organization, who touched many lives. So many people that lived in Schenectady have came and played on this field, whether it be in football, track, and cheerleading as well. So it's great that we're still be able to modernize and use this field to create more memories and more lasting memories and more success. So again, on behalf of Schenectady County, we are super proud of the school district. We're super proud of the city of Schenectady. We thank the construction teams and all that are going to play a part in the construction of this beautiful facility. And I want to say onward and upward. So God bless Schenectady, and move forward, and congratulations.
So no groundbreaking is successful without giving you some historical context and some making it more personal for you, the story here. So I'm fortunate enough to obviously lead this school system. I don't take it for granted. But I'm also fortunate enough to have team members who have deep connections to this district. So next individual I'm going to introduce is one of my assistant superintendents, Joe DiCaprio, who, if I were to cut him, he bleeds red, white, and blue. He bleeds Schenectady. And he's going to introduce our next speaker to give you the significance, the history of what this means and what we are hoping to reignite back here in our district. Joe?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate that. There are special moments in our lives that are reflected by sometimes singular events or incidents and sometimes a collective. What is behind me represents both of those things. Individual amazing achievements on the field of athletics coupled with a collective energy to make where we are currently better. I'm blessed to have an experience of being born in the Mont Pleasant community on 5th Avenue and then moving to Phoenix Avenue to the north side, right down the street from what is now Schenectady High School. As a 1995 graduate, I'll say it, Terry, I was able to play for Schenectady High School, and my football experience especially began on this field as a Belmont Pop Warner member. We hear stories. Stories often define our experiences. I was blessed as a child to hear bedtime stories that weren't about your typical bedtime fairy tales or folklore. They were based on the successful achievements of individuals and teams between Mont Pleasant and Linton High School. I heard stories of election day, rivalries, 14,000 people. I heard those as early as 6-7 years of age. So when I finally got to be to a point where I could walk on that field, it was like I was walking on a field with legends. And ultimately, it shaped my experience to recognize and understand that what we are moving forward is only because of where we've been in the past. I say all that to you to get to this extremely special moment for me. I'm very, very proud to introduce to you Richard DiCaprio. He's my father. My mother Linda is here. Their relationship began, they met at this school. 14 years of age. Mom, you're a special woman. Because the path that was created by my father in his own success as a football player and as a student athlete began here on this field. So the stories I heard from him were about athletic achievement, but they were about love and support, hard work, and in putting your all into everything you do, not just football. So with great pride, he has many titles. I've known him as dad. He's a former police officer for our city, Officer Ritt. Now he's a deacon. The greatest honor I'll ever have is to call him my hero and my father. Dad, I'm really proud to introduce to you, to our group, to say a few words on behalf of everyone, Ritt DiCaprio.
I hope I can hold it together, but this field is not just dirt and grass. Now there's no grass, but it's not just sod or whatever. It's blood, sweat, and love. As a kid, we used to hop the fence during game times and come in and sit in the end zones. And just to sit there and watch some of these players, these high school players, I thought they were gods. Those were my idols. And my ambition one day, no matter anything in the future, wasn't college, wasn't profession, it was to play football for Mont Pleasant High School. And I was blessed that I had 4 varsity years here. 2 of them under Larry Mulvaney because he left for a couple of years. Then he came back my senior year, and I was really blessed, and I wound up getting a scholarship from that and playing, Division I football. But it all started right here. And if you look out where that tree line is, that was all dump. It was a dump. It was the city dump. And we practiced right next to it. And on hot summer double session days, that's that dump. Man, oh man. It was brutal. But that was part of life. Nobody complained, nobody did anything. But it built us. And and it built the next group of kids coming in. It built generations of kids, this area right here, what you're redoing. And I believe in my heart, even though it breaks my heart to see the field the way it is, because we weren't even allowed to walk on it, only during game time. This new project that you're building here is going to build the characters of many kids to come. And that's what it's all about. Bringing kids and getting the best out of kids so the best could be the best. They're our future leaders. And it all starts here. It starts here on football fields, on tracks, in basketball gyms, in schools like Mont Pleasant. And that'll always be Mont Pleasant High School to me. But it's Mont Pleasant Middle School now. But to me, it's my high school. It's a beautiful place. God bless you and thank you. I'm a recipient. I shouldn't be really up here. But what I received from Mont Pleasant, no money can buy. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. Don't forget your helmet. So as we somewhat close out our comments, you heard a little bit about the past and what it did for Rit and then the impact that it had on him. It's generational, right? And transposed itself to his son. I want to offer one last person to come and give us some remarks. And this is about the future of Schenectady. The future, the youth, the kids that when I got here, I saw them out here and I'm like, they don't deserve this type of facility. I think I told him that right from the very beginning. And he jumped on and he was all over it. He has a lot of history, a lot of experience here in a short amount of time. He's a young guy, but he loves this place. And so I'd like to offer from the Schenectady Belmont youth, Willie, come give us some remarks.
Yeah, come here, Dom. Come on. This is my quarterback, by the way. If you know about T.O. and that famous speech, I get teary-eyed thinking about this field. Seriously, I've been in Schenectady my entire life, born and raised. Like Mr. DiCaprio said, Fifth Ave, I'm from 6th and Webster, so we're a block away. This school, this field, this community, this city means the world to me. Same thing, if you were to cut me open, I'm going to bleed that red, white, and blue. Schenectady Belmont was a part of my family since before I was born. My grandmother was one of the first people to ever do concession here, back when they just had a hot plate on a cart, before I was even around. My father was a coach. My father went to this school in high school. My uncles coached. My uncles played. My father played all the way up until I was able to first take the field. I remember being a kid. My father was one of the Belmont coaches. I was too young to play, but I couldn't wait. I'd be out there at every practice, running the laps with the older kids, trying to beat one of them so I could come back and brag to my father about it. This field was legendary for me when I was little, and it became even more legendary for me as I got older. I'm glad that there's been some time from the announcement to now, because I'd be up here bumbling through tears trying to say these words because it's super emotional to me. It means the world. We have over 267 kids that participate in our program each year, and this shows hope. This shows commitment. This shows belief. This shows inspiration. These kids feel like they're going to be believed in by the school, by the district, by the community when they see what you're investing in these kids, what you're investing into this program. Not just the program, but the district, the community, everything. Giving them something as beautiful as this is going to be right here in the heart of the city, and the importance of this building and this field and this facility is going to have ripple effects throughout the district, throughout the city itself. And I see nothing but positives coming from it, and I'm very excited to see those type of changes. And from the bottom of my heart, I just deeply want to say thank you to everybody involved to help make this come to fruition. It's always been a dream of mine and many other people that I've been close with, that I've grown up with, to see something happen here. We've had a joke that, like, if I ever get rich, we're going to put a turf field back here. We're all rich, we just don't got the money for it. But together, the power is there, and we have the right people in positions to make those decisions, and they've done a great job since coming in. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to appreciate everybody and all their efforts to making this project happen, and I'm just looking forward to the future of Schenectady and Mont Pleasant. Thank you.